Episode 82. Welcome. Episode 82, Five Suit Theory. No, 83. My fault, y'all. Out of Five Suit Theory. It's your boy Sabs. This is take 2. I didn't really like how I handled the first episode. It was pretty good, I guess, to like the audience standards. But I definitely didn't do it up to my standards. So I decided to come back in here. I'm in the middle of studying for something really big. Possibly a career change, possibly a career shift. So I've been booked. I'm gonna give y'all 2 episodes. I'm gonna drop this tomorrow morning, which is gonna be a Saturday morning, or maybe tonight, Friday night, and I'll give y'all another episode Sunday morning, or Monday morning. One of those. I don't know. Figure out something, but I got a lot to talk about. We got a lot going on. Now I'm happy I came back and didn't release the first one, because rest in peace, rich homie Quan started off transformative artist, should I say. Quan's formula is in a lot of young dudes' DNA. Him and Thug, like, that Rich Gang tape was a missile that came through and affected a lot of people. Quan, I Will Never Stop Going In, is in my saved mixtapes on my phone, like before streaming and all that. Like that's really, that era Quan was really my guy. I think I stopped at Rich as in Spirit, but he never got to the point he was terrible to me. He always was, you know what I mean? He was cool to me. Like, he made cool, vibey music, motivational at times, you know. And the rumor is he passed from a bad pill. Got stay off them drugs, bro. Like, it's just Fetty everywhere. Fetty is in a lot of shit. Very sad, very unfortunate. 34 years old. It's not until someone passes, a lot of the times it puts in perspective, not even just how short life is or how precious life is, but like also how long life is. You would think, like, a lot of people, yeah, like at 34, bro, he had a lot more to do in life. Like, Quan could have did whatever in life. And now it's cut short. But he did a lot in his 34 years as far as his career he wanted to do. Multiple platinum songs, multiple hit songs, blew the club down, especially in the South. Walk Through was all over the radio up here, and I barely listened to the radio. So rest in peace to rich homie Quan. I hate how y'all get weird over death. About, yeah, y'all wasn't blasting him. Well, people want to blast it now. It reminds people. I think people, you got to look at it like, a lot of the times when those people pass, and they had such a big impact in a vacuum in your life. Like for Quan, for a lot of people, a lot of millennials, that, or I forgot, there's a gen, I don't know, but the millennials, period, a lot of our early college years, or late college years, or mid college years, Quan and Thug were like going crazy, Milk Marie type of way. Barter 6 came out not too long after I Will Never Stop Going In. Still Going In was another tape. Like, shit had a good impact on people in some of the best times of their lives. You can't take that from people. So I do think, like, yeah, we might have moved on in the sense of Quan is not in our everyday rotation no more, but can't change the history that he basically made during that time period. Y'all get weird, and it's like, yeah, this is a real legend, and Nipsey and XXX was not, and it's like, what qualifies a legend? Shut up. It's all subjective. Like, it's really all subjective. Like, when Nipsey passed, I always say it on this pod, I had Victory Lap as my album of the year. I was listening to Nipsey literally for a decade at that point. Was he a legend to me? Yeah. I'm listening to you for a decade consistently? Yeah. You're a legend to me, but I'm not arguing with you about who's a legend or not. Mac Miller was a legend to me when he passed. Do I expect other people to share my stance? Not really. I don't care either. Like, y'all get so weird about that shit. It's like, shut up, bro. Like, shut up. I asked for a definition on Twitter. Dude couldn't give me one. He started saying, like, multiple platinum records or some shit. It's like, XXX had that before he passed. He had a cult following before he passed. But, yeah, rest in peace, rich homie Quan. I say it all the time on here. Our culture is very destructive. Self-destructive at that. I can't even, I don't have to expound on that, but I can't even if I want to right now. Like, it's kind of like a frustrating topic, honestly. So rest in peace, rich homie Quan. I hope, you know, like he had a kid. I think he had one on the way possibly, but I hope that, you know, his affairs were in order just in case and everything was set up right. I hate those nasty custody battles that come after a kid, property battles, money battles that come after someone passes, you know, abruptly. A lot went on in music. Allegedly, Travis Scott faced off with Sabrina Carpenter for a #1 Billboard album. Travis re-released Days After Rodeo, which is one of my favorite Travis tapes. Mamacita is in my top 5 Travis songs. I just love that song. I'm not saying it's the best, but it's top 5 favorite for me. And he re-released Days After Rodeo. Allegedly, he sold around 3-something. At first, it was like 360. Hold on, I'm gonna double check for y'all. Travis Scott, Sabrina Carpenter, and his label disputed they disputed the #1. But so let's say like he sold around 365. At first, he was supposed to have like been smoking her. She was at like 354. They did a recount, and allegedly she beat him by like 1,000 or a few items, and then his label put in like, no, we're missing like 1,300, so we should have won. It's just nasty. It's Al Gore, George Bush, and the music industry all over again. I'm not sure what this is about. It might be conspiratorial. It might be you know, them trying to take hip hop out the spot. It could be them swinging the numbers for her. It could be the nigga just simply lost. But what's your favorite track off Days After Rodeo? And are you a fan? Did that make you a fan of Travis Scott? I think I heard him on Al Pharaoh. I was like, I can see where he's going with this, but I'm not really a big fan. Like, I'm not a big Travis fan. I respect him a lot though, and I respect his impact on music. There's a Big Sean album that came out. Better You Than Me, or Better Me Than You. Which one is it? Because I didn't listen to it, and I literally said in the last episode I didn't put out, like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to the Big Sean album. I keep getting to like track 4, and he loses my attention. The thing about Big Sean is Better Me Than You. I guess this is like a transformation therapy style album coming out, like, you know, like on some like everything he went through, and I guess that's the theme of it. Better me than you. Like, I'd rather go through this so I could show you whatever, I guess, type shit. But the thing about Big Sean, I want to make a baseline. He can rap. Now, the things outside of rap, people don't really want to be Big Sean. They don't really look at him like as a cool dude per se. Like, he has the Jhené Aiko, he got the kid with Jhené Aiko, but it's like she's the bigger artist, which is, I think that's thorough. Like, I think hilariously in the Drake and Meek beef, it was like, yeah, because his girl so more than him. Is like, yeah, we dating IG models, bro. I don't understand that. That wasn't really a scathing diss to me, but yeah, Big Sean is not really well liked, and I saw people trying to push like, y'all want mature raps, right? Y'all said y'all wanted Drake to rap mature, and it's the dumbest shit ever to me, because Drake is liked. As much as y'all, he all these fucking haters and this and that, and we're gonna get into that later. Drake is still well liked. We like Drake. He gets away with the duck lips because we like Drake. It's simply that. There are niggas that I seen it. I was like, I'm not listening to that nigga no more because he on that. Drake can get away with a lot. We like Drake. We tend to, you know, whatever. We move goalposts for Drake, and I'll get into the hypocrisies of that later. We move goalposts for whoever we like, but I'm using Drake as an example because Drake was, you know what I mean, the reference point. And they're like, yeah, like, y'all want mature raps. Y'all not listen to this Big Sean. One, Big Sean fell out of public favor, I would say, around I Decided. Dark Sky Paradise, which I think is his best studio album. Detroit is his best studio mixtape, but I Decided, I think he fell out of, you know, public favor, and then he went and came back and gave us the joint with Metro. and it didn't land. And he said he didn't write anything on it. And then ever since, he's been trying to gain back to like Dark Sky Paradise, and he's not been able to capture that moment. Because truthfully, I think he just lost the trust of the fans. You put out 2 semi-duds in a row. That does not help anything. That does not help anything at all. I think you lose the trust of your fans, especially when you're, Will always says it, intercontinental, like, level. Like, you got your, you got The Rock, the Stone Colds, the Triple H's that were, like, the main champions for a minute. John Cena's, Hulk Hogan's, fuck him, but still. Those people were like the world champion style. Then you got your Intercontinental for a second. Edge even went up past Intercontinental, but Edge was a perennial Intercontinental for a minute. You got those type of guys that are like just a tier below. There's nothing wrong with you, still a star. And I think that's where Big Sean is. So it's like you lose the interest. And then you got Drake constantly dropping and separating himself from his peers. Even Kendrick and Cole separated himself from them as far as I'm the clear #1 hit maker out of all these people. If y'all want to put them in my class, cool, but I'm the hit maker. I got this shit on my back. And he has a great argument for that. Big Sean is like, you don't rap better than people. You don't have a better personality than people. And I think the thing is, he has like this, he comes off as like, I'm so reflective and so deep, and then I'm gonna keep it real, he don't be saying nothing deep. Like, to me, this is very subjective. Like, I'm pretty sure Sean is a cool person. I never met him. I met a lot of niggas, never met Sean. But yeah, it's just strange. I think everything is strange how people are still bringing that shit to Drake, and it's almost a year later coming up on For All the Dogs. Like, I think Behind My Promises is fire. I think that Tried Our Best is fire. I think Virginia Beach is fire. I think certain parts of Slime You All are really good. I don't really think the song is that fire overall, but shout out to certain parts of the song, right? Truthfully, with context, I don't really want to hear about a nearly 40-year-old nigga complaining about a 21-year-old, no matter how bad she is. But that's just me. You know what I mean? That's just me. Obviously, with Drake, with the numbers, whatever, he's still a man. Like, I'm not going to say I didn't like certain songs off For All the Dogs. It is what it is. But to use that as a callback for Big Sean, it's not meeting. Not a good parallel. Nobody said they wanted Drake to make a 444. Because y'all niggas hate 444, right? I like 444 though. But still, like, shit like that. Just dumb shit. Did y'all check out the Big Sean album? If so, do y'all like it? Where do y'all rank it in his discography? Like, I've heard every other Big Sean album. Detroit 2 wasn't bad. It's just, I found Big Sean boring now. Like, I think he didn't give me his most creative shit in the beginning of his career, where he was finding sounds and helping Kanye with certain sounds. Now, I think he didn't really give me his best, or his, whatever. It's just bad. Oh, if y'all get the chance, check out Toure on TikTok. It's Toure with an E, not the rapper from Philly. Shout out to Homie Fire, but Toure used to be a journalist. Quick callback. He did the R. Kelly interview where he said,
about you. Do you like teenage girls?
When you say teenage, how are we talking?
Girls who are teenagers.
19?
19 and younger.
I have some 19-year-old friends, but I don't like anybody illegal, if that's what we're talking about, underage.
Some people think that you like underage girls. What do you say to them?
Well, those people that don't know Robert, they don't
interview him. Allegedly, Toure has some smut on his name too, but seems as though he's working through that, and he's on TikTok, and I think TikTok should give him a blue check, because he got some exclusive ass Nas stories. He got some exclusive ass J stories. Just exclusive ass stories with 50. I didn't even fucking know. 50 allegedly was on steroids when we was kids. When I was a kid, I thought this nigga was just strong as shit. I said, damn, they shot him, he got strong. No, this nigga was on steroids allegedly. Like, him and Mary J had the same supplier, allegedly. Part 4. Like, that is crazy to me. That is insane. Did y'all know 50 was on fucking steroid? I never knew no shit like that. Or allegedly was on steroids and they popped his dealer around like 05. But Toure said he got in an interview with him and asked him at the end of the interview, and 50 fucking snapped. It was like, oh, no, a lot of people call you an asshole. And it was 50 way of calling him an asshole. I'm just looking at my notes if y'all see me looking off to the side. Rod Wave, the saddest nigga alive that makes music, is going on an arena tour again. And I told my man this the other day, where he was trying to put Drake and Future on the same level. Now, who is better? I think it is debatable on what type of music you like. Like, I think mainstream, Drake has had the mainstream on lock. But as far as street with a mainstream appeal, I think Future has had that on lock. And he was just like, yeah, they're on the same level. I'm like, nigga, Drake's gonna never have to cancel a tour date. Like, even with the whole Kendrick thing and whatnot and him getting cooked, he's never going to have to cancel a tour date. This is levels. I'm like, yo, the real big three is really Drake, Cole, and Kendrick. Like, as much as, yeah, like, I argued with a nigga on Twitter a few years ago. He's like, nobody listens to J. Cole no more. It's like, nigga, I can't tell with this fucking the off-season tour. I can't tell when Mr. Morale came out. Like, it's like Kendrick and Cole are staples, bro. You can't take what they did or what they do when they pop out. Guaranteed damn near 300K a week. Even Mr. Morale, experimental as album, barely had singles on there. Really didn't really have singles. 295 first week. And I don't know niggas that went back to it. Which means there are a lot of niggas that went back to it. But people only like to provide context for who they like. But Rod Wave was going on an arena tour, and I was trying to explain, like, yo, Rod Wave might be more of a staple across the board than, you know, Future as far as touring goes. And he was like, oh, you were tripping. I'm like, bro, they do the same venues. And I barely hear about Rod not selling out shows or Rod canceling shows. Like, Rod is a fucking staple. So as much as people like turn that fat nigga off, that nigga doing something. So if you respect numbers, you gotta respect Rod Wave. If you don't give a fuck about the numbers, but you're just interested because you're an analytical person like me, you know, I like some of the Rod Wave songs. What the fuck does he know about touring? It's like, no, but yeah. And he got Moneybagg Yo opening up for him. It's funny because you ask the average person in the hood, like, yeah, who the bigger artist? They probably say Moneybagg. Like, yo, that's sad, nigga. He not that big. But that nigga Rod Wave is different, bro. He's a different bull. And yeah, I don't know why niggas don't. I don't know. I don't know. Cause he's not all sad music. It's the weirdest shit ever. Hold on, I got a text about tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. My bad, y'all. What's some people talking about? Yeah, so we got this clip that went viral. Sorry about that, but we got this clip that went viral from the Joe Budden podcast, where they're arguing about regional stuff in music, and they popped out their head, Ice and Joe, like, you know, because Dipset broke Lil Wayne.
But Jeezy,
Yeah,
Dipset broke Wayne.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
When Wayne started running around with Jim Jones and Jewels and the Rucks,
And he took the wallet chains and took how they dressed and all of that
Yes.
shit.
Yeah, okay.
I only answered it like that because you.
Antennas went up on my ears. You know, at least up here, they broke him in New York, and like, and they're trying to say like New York as in this the northeast regional corridor, like that's what they call it in certain companies and shit, right? That I work for. They're fucking lying. Wayne was already a platinum artist at that point. Wayne had what was his debut album? It wasn't 500 Degrees. What was his debut? I know it's 500 Degrees was when Juvie had left, but let me see. Lil Wayne albums. This nigga got a lot of fucking music, bro. Lil Wayne HQ. Yeah, first album, The Block Is Hot. Then you got Lights Out. Then you got 500 Degrees. Then he starts the Carter series in 04. The problem about New York niggas is, and they are right, a lot of things did originate or are a derivative of New York. that is the Mecca. That is the place that gets a lot of the fashion stuff first, entertainment, a lot of stuff. Like back in the day, niggas used to say like, yo, you're not really gonna get signed unless you from New York or LA, or in New York or LA. Gotta go to New York to make it. You see J. Cole, like, yo, I'm gonna go to St. John's because I wanna go get signed. It comes down to like the Wale and Jim Jones argument a few years ago about Nike boots. And it's like the Nike dude had to come out like, nah, we put them in Harlem and DC around the same time, and we kind of migrated all our push to DC because DC was, they just had the shit popping and they was wearing them. Harlem wasn't really fucking with it like that. But I just found it factually wrong. Wayne had 2 gold albums and a platinum album at that point. Now I think The Block Is Hot was the platinum album, and Wayne was cooling off a little bit. Cash Money was cooling off a little bit middle of 02. That's why Birdman hopped out there and did the whole album. What Happened to That Boy? I forgot the joint with the infectious hook, Manny Fresh and with my pimp dog Gucci, that joint. But yeah, Wayne had to put Cash Money on his back. Everybody left. Birdman didn't want to pay niggas, and he switched his style up. They got the clip of Manny basically in like explaining like,
before we started the conversation happened in the club. We was in Dallas, you know what I'm saying? And I can tell you every you know, I'm kind of creepy like that, where I can remember how it happened and, you know, what we was talking about. And I was just like, we was in Dallas, and, you know, and he was just like, bro, I'm going in a whole different direction. Like all of that kitty shit, all of that, I can really rap. So I'm drinking in the club, and I kind of dismissed it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he hit me in my chest, like, you know, like, bro, I can really rap. Do you hear me?
Right.
And I was just like, all right, bro, I hear you. And he was like, so if we gonna do this, you gotta bring it. Like, you know, he was like, don't, you're childish ass. Like, and that's when he caught my attention.
Like, I was criticized the beats.
Yeah, I was like, my childish bro. I was like, I'm just telling you, I'm on something else. And he was like, you gotta bring your A game, bro. And he was like, so if we gonna evolve, we gonna evolve.
And you could see it because he was rapping on Squad Up. He was rapping on all them beats that was like, you know, sorry y'all. Damn. He was rapping on all them beats that was he's rapping on Ether. I think he rapped on Takeover. Squad Up mixtapes. He released like 6 of them motherfuckers. Like, I looked at it yesterday. This nigga had so many Squad Up mixtapes. Bro, he had 7 Squad Ups by the time 04 came around. And then he wrote 1,000 bars and then started the Drought series. The prefix and suffix, and that's before dedication. Like, he had some shit going on. Wayne had some shit going on. Like, and he was ripping every regional beat you could think of. Every regional beat. So like even did the Ambitious as a Rider beat. Like, he was on every regional beat you could think of. Wayne, truthfully, Wayne broke Wayne up here. Him rapping his ass off. Even with Neck of the Woods coming out, I think in 04, and on Birdman's, I think Fast Money album or something like that. Wayne has on a Bape hoodie in that video. I think that was 04. Yeah, the clips might have been around and whatnot, and that was because Currency was around putting them on Bape. But still, it's like Wayne got a lot of swag from Currency and Dipset. But don't say they broke him musically. It's just not true, in my opinion. Let's get what Drake said. Let's get to the facts. Like, let's get to the facts. Platinum artist already. I'm bigger than everybody on y'all label, besides Cam at this point. And I'm not really doing crazy shit with Cam. J.R. Ryder tried to bring out a joint from like 05 or something like that. It's like, bro, he already made the transition. I remember as a kid, and not to glorify it, but like the drug dealer in my hood, we used to have all like the latest fashion and shit like that. Sneakers really fucking ball. This one, ball shorts was really a thing. Like, he had like the Cavs new uniforms before they came out. He's like, yeah, these don't come out till like October. I got them Jones out the stock room early. This nigga at all summer of 04, he used to play Go DJ out his fucking. It was Go DJ and probably Birdman Jr. He used to play those like back to back all fucking day. Literally, and I think locked up sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Shit came on the radio or whatever. But like, Go DJ was the shit. I think for real, if niggas want to really give some claim to who helped him, I was about to use the wrong word, but mold his up north friendly style, Mikey Halstead and Gilly the Kid. You know, it's debatable whether Gilly wrote for him. Some niggas say yes, some niggas say no. I don't fucking know. But Wayne is one of one. That's all I fucking know. Because if somebody else wrote that, like, we see the DNA in the music though. Wayne on Carter 2 using the word young bull, all types of shit. Like Gilly had his imprint on Wayne. He sounded like Gilly on certain songs until he found his own voice all the way. But that's another thing. I'm gonna make a parallel though. To wrap that up, New York didn't break Wayne. Wayne broke himself. Him wanting to be like Jay-Z, it was all types of shit. But it's a very layered conversation to just simply say Ice and Joe is fucking off, and everything doesn't revolve around New York. I'm seeing a lot of similarities, and I said it before, between how Jay-Z and Nas move, or Jay-Z versus Nas, how that went and how it moves, Kendrick and Drake. More commercial success, Jay-Z had the more commercial success. Nas was the smaller artist, just period. Might have been the better rapper, that's debatable or whatever. Kendrick is the smaller artist. Now, Jay-Z does things like goes into Linkin Park and does the whole album with them, or he genre hops a little bit. Now, Kendrick isn't at the distant relatives part of his career, maybe ever or yet, but Nas was mainly boom bap. And Nas doesn't really switch his flow, and that's another thing, but Nas isn't a boom bap rapper, right? I mean, Nas is a boom bap rapper versus Jay-Z, who kind of is more trendy. I think that's a Drake and Kendrick type of parallel right there. But you gotta think, after, I don't really like the Ballin' remix super crazy as I get older, but the Joneses can't keep up. Maybe my nigga Nas, but I got stronger after Ether. Jay-Z definitely got bigger after Ether, if you want to be technical and you want to go by the numbers and the stats. So who's to say like Drake won't be bigger after this? Now, do I respect the flood? At certain points I do. Do I think Drake is bothered? Yes, I think they're fucking bothered. Like, I think Drake is very fucking bothered, or else he wouldn't be talking about this Game 2 shit and all that. Cause what are you talking about, bro? Just go at him if you want to go at him again. You know what I mean? Like, don't pussyfoot around. Don't, like, yeah, I gotta push him again. No, go at him, bro. Go at him. Like, setting up this whole plot twist thing, if that's really whatever. I just think that people are like, yeah, because he getting bigger, and Drake, you know what I mean? Drake is still gonna be Drake. Like, they go to the monthly listeners and all that, go through monthly lists. Drake is gonna have more monthly listeners. He has controlling one dance in his fucking his discography. Not to say he doesn't make more pop-friendly songs, period. Like, Kendrick makes a more heavy, whether it's better or not, he makes a more heavy style of music. It's not a casual listening experience. Drake makes the better background music. And that's just simply that. He's going to get more play. And for a lot of people. And that's what we have to accept, period. Whether you're a Drake fan or a Kendrick fan. Like, we have to establish some type of baseline. But this whole, like, yeah, Kendrick is supposed to be number one. I think Nas showed, like, I could be the number one rapper as far as putting words together and battling people when he beat Jay. But that don't necessarily mean I can go beat Jay-Z. And Kendrick can't go beat Drake, truthfully. And Drake can't go beat Kendrick. And Jay couldn't go beat Nas. I think what made the battle so interesting was the style clash. Because you got really a stripped down lyrical miracle nigga that has funny voices versus another stripped down nigga who's not necessarily lyrical miracle, but he's lyrical enough to catch the ears of the MCs. So yeah, I just found that funny. And I want to talk about it. A$AP Rocky dropped a good song with J. Cole. I know everybody like, hey, Rocky need to go. I don't think Rocky really makes bad music a lot of the time. Like, he's not amazing rapping, but his music is really a good vibe for me. Long Live ASAP, at last ASAP or something. The second joint with Holy Ghost, Joe Fox. You got the joint with Kanye on there. You got, like, I love that album. I'm not gonna cap. Like, I like that more than the first album. First album was more commercial friendly and it had the bangers on it. Goldie, fucking Problems. He had some shit on that first album. But then you had this, of course, this tape. Goddamn, How Real Is This with Purple and all that shit on there. He was snapping. But yeah, A$AP Rocky and J. Cole dropped a good song. I wanna let me see. What's the name of the song? Because I listened to it like 3-4 times. The name of the song is called Ruby Rosary. J. Cole snapped. I got my J. Cole shirt on. Like I said, man, some niggas is Trey. It's Trey from Boys in the Hood. And some niggas is Doughboy. Not Ice Cube. J. Cole turned out to be a Trey, bro. Like, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Like, I ain't too mad at him, man. Like, he let me down, but I ain't too mad at him. If you as a man, I think that's a lot of people gotta understand. As a man, if your homie, right? I'm trying to break it down in simplest terms, because niggas gonna be turned off by this from the rip pause. But simply, if your homie pushes you, or if your homie take what you said as disrespect and push you, and you go to rumble him and peep this little 5'4" nigga from Compton got a knife, you know what, bro, you got it. Take your best swing. But, like, I'm cool. I don't even want to fight you no more, cuz, like, it's just simple as that, bro. And I feel like that's what happened. I think a lot of niggas need to have more situational awareness and self-awareness. I feel like J. Cole is one of the best rappers when it comes to that, at least. Like, not outside of putting the words together. He has situational awareness. For him to recognize this little pump thing at festivals where they're saying fuck J. Cole, this Space Ghost perp shit, when they're saying fuck J. Cole and all this shit, and these young boys is calling this old niggas and all that, this shit is a movement. Let me calm this shit down. I'ma go and try to understand Pump. I'ma go and try to work with Thug, take him on tour. Actually, So Much Fun, which I think I personally have it as Thug's best album, or my favorite album, J. Cole executive produced it. I'ma go, and you would think he wouldn't like these style of rappers. I'ma go figure them out and figure out their talent and figure out where they are smart. I think his situational awareness is off the charts. I might got more to lose. Damn, this nigga might be playing dirty. And allegedly Kendrick talked to Cole. They talked at the Like That came out, or at the 7-minute drill came out, or whatever. So who's to say, like, he didn't warn him, like, yo, I'm about to, I really don't like your man. I love you, but I really don't like your man. I might like his music, but this nigga, I don't like him. I don't think Drake likes Kendrick too much either. Sometimes. Yeah, but it's a lot going on. But I think the people that don't want to listen to A$AP Rocky, I'm never listening to him again, or yeah, Drake did him wrong, and niggas is all jealous. I think that's a thing we have to drop. Do I think Drake lives a better life than most rappers? Is better subjective, but do I think he lives a more luxurious life, or he's afforded a more luxurious life than most rappers because of what he grosses? Yes. Do I think rappers are jealous people? Yes. Do I think that when someone has a feud or beefs with you, that it can be jealousy? Yes. Do I think that every situation where people come together and try to take you down is jealousy? No. I think that Alonzo and Training Day, niggas in the hood, when they came together at the end and he did the King Kong speech, I think that happened because Alonzo was a piece of shit and he was drawn on niggas. And Alonzo was such like a conglomerate that they had to come together to take him down, basically. And I think the common thing is, yeah, Drake be fucking everybody bitches, so you know that's why niggas be mad. And it's like, yo, these people supposed to be your mans. Like, we supposed to look at you as like a dirty nigga? Yeah, I think the girl is definitely filthy, but like man to man, ain't you supposed to be a dirty nigga? I don't know. And the Rocky shit was just him really getting mad at Rocky because he got Rihanna pregnant. The fuck are you talking about? Like, yeah, they had the baby mom shit, but he was really mad at Rocky because of the Rihanna thing. That's when he finally unfollowed them. When they announced the pregnancy or she had the kid or some shit. Like, so it's just like everything being attributed to, oh yeah, you know niggas is jealous of Drake. Like when I got in the industry, I was told 2 names and Drake was one of them. Like, yo, these niggas knock everything down. Be careful. Like I had a girl, but it was just like at the same time, it was like, yo, be careful. If you like anything, don't bring them around them type time. Like as far as just active rappers. So I think that's a lazy argument. I think we don't even know. Like for people like, yeah, because you know it's some whole shit because niggas don't want to talk about it. I don't really hear Future talk about it. We never figured out. Future and Drake have beefed 3 times. This is the 3rd time. They beefed after the Tony Montana shit. Future wasn't fucking with him because he let everybody else in Atlanta not get on the remix just to let Drake on there, and Drake never did the video. That was a part of the deal. Wasn't fucking with Drake. They was cool, but I'm not fucking with you for real. When a time to be alive comes around, Future got the streets blazing, which is Drake didn't do that because like I'm just trying to pull you up. No, he wanted some of Future's fucking market share, and Future definitely wanted to show up some of Drake's market share, where it lends like a thing of people talk a lot of shit like, yo, just Drake got these numbers and Ross and da-da-da, and it's like, yo, it's Drake is a businessman. I think that's what makes his rap stature so good. I think for Jay-Z, that's what makes his rap stature so good. Do these niggas put words together amazingly? Yes. Do they put words together better than everybody ever? No. But they have the intangibles. About how we talked about Big Sean not having the intangibles, Drake got the intangibles. Who got the intangibles? So while Future got the streets on fire, nigga, I got this mainstream. Let's meet in the middle. And Future with some songs, because a lot of those songs were done. They talked about it. Like a lot of those songs were done, or Future were kind of already unfinished, working on the second verse or whatever. And Drake just hopped on them. Nigga, he didn't do that for no reason. Even the 21 shit, he didn't do that for no reason. Like, it's just like a dumb argument, and nobody wants to have a fair argument, which is why I don't have these arguments or have these discussions, because it comes from people sometimes where it's like, you're not even keeping it real. And I'm a big Drake fan. Y'all know this on the show. Like, I had to explain that shit to Kaz. I think it was like 3-4 years ago. He's like, cause niggas don't. And I was like, bro, no. Like, I was like, yo, I know the same Drake songs you know. Like, I know them all. I know them all damn near word for word from Comeback Season to Even for All the Dogs. Because I tried to listen to it so much. I really fuck with the guy. But I gotta call a spade a spade. Kai ain't my favorite artist ever in his prime. I gotta call a spade a spade. So much so that if you tell me anything past Pablo is ass, I'm gonna have to take your word for it. Because I'm not listening to that shit, buddy. I am not. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. It's that simple. Let me see. I'm trying to think. Because we got one last. I can come back and give y'all another episode tomorrow. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to record this, give y'all another episode. I'm going to do a 40-minute episode now. Come back, give y'all another episode tomorrow. So we're just going to keep it all music. But I want to start off this conversation with rest in peace to YBC Duel. And that might be controversial, which is crazy. I don't really believe in, damn near shitting on the dead when they not here. Like a lot of times, some niggas deserve to die. I believe so, but also I'm not God, so that might even be sinful what I just said. But there's been a controversial thing going around with this guy named Brandon Buckingham, who YBC Duel did his last interview with. Actually passed within 24 hours of the interview coming out. And everything that was in the video was YBC Duel and his comrades antagonizing his ops, right? Chicago culture shit. And basically YBC Dude looked like everything but a child of God, or he looked like a domestic terrorist, to be honest with you. And it was like a day in the life type shit where he's going to every hood, showing he's connected with the hood niggas, and niggas really pushed it down, walked up on basically like pointing at one of his ops, like, yeah, he drove by because he know my man shot him, all types of shit, right? All this self-snitching and all that. And did I watch the whole video? Yes. Before he passed, and it was like, yo, we are fucked up, bro. Like, we got a real problem, and none of these young boys learned nothing from AR-AB and the self-snitching, and like, yo, that's gonna get you a RICO, and this and that. Because there's another video going around, like, dude talking about where he sees himself in 5 years, and it's like, bro, you fucking up, bro. Like, you fucking up. You not gonna be around in 5 years. You going down this road, bro. Do you know what I mean? And it didn't say nothing about death or jail. So I was like, damn, bro, you really know what's going on? And it's like, you're 25, your frontal lobe should be developed. But Brandon Buckingham had to defend himself because everybody was like, yo, he's being he's exploiting people. Do I think he's exploiting? Yes. And ACT came out and called him out. Very hypocritical at ACT. And then Brandon went back at him, talked about the war in Chirac, and that's why I call ACT a hypocrite. And he was like, yo, you don't know what's going on outside of your room. And I really don't think ACT knows what's going on outside of that room. Because truthfully, for you to say that without the disclaimer, like, yo, I did the war in Chirac, but I was a kid, so I would know firsthand experience that was wrong. And this is why I say that you're wrong. What I think Brandon Buckingham is doing is not journalism, in my opinion. There was nothing informative about the YBC Duo interview. There's nothing proactive about the YBC Duo interview. It was just shedding light on, yo, these young boys' beef don't be about shit, and there's a lot of violence going on in the streets. That's literally it. So I think Brandon Buckingham and ACT was right. Like, and Brandon Buckingham's coming from the point of view, like, yes, you got consent. Was Brandon Buckingham wrong? Depends on your moral compass. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're allowed to do what you want. It's a free country, as they would say, right? Like, it's one of them type Jones. Like, but yeah, I know if YBC Dude was my young boy, well, if one of my family members did some shit like that, I would be pissed, and I would ask whoever published it to take that shit down, personally, because it doesn't show him in any good lights. Like outside of like the bowling and eating at Ken's, like, it's just like, it's nothing really good going on in this shit. There's no real journalism going on here. It's just you are kind of exploiting this domestic terrorist, and I get it. Niggas want to be exploited because clout is the new currency. But it's like, Philadelphia, where do we draw the line? What's up with us? Where do we check niggas? Nobody's to, like, yo, get that fucking camera out of here. Like, even still, like with the gun, yo, the gun should not be on video, bro. As a journalist, you should censor the guns from the rip. I shouldn't have saw it was a fucking AR. It's three guns in the backseat. The fuck? Like, that's just me. Like, that's how I think. So it's just like, I think once you start publishing things, you do got a responsibility. And that's how it goes. Like, you do got a responsibility. It's not as simple as complex as these young boys want to be exploited. Keep exploiting them. It's not that simple. I wish it was. You know what I mean? Shout out to Brandon Buckingham, get your money. But it's up to us to draw the line, because it's going to keep happening. You got a lot of these voyeuristic, which ACT called them, style reporters that come into the hood, and it's just like, oh yeah, look at this. It's like Animal Planet. Like, no pun, no funny shit. Like, and I get offended, but it does stop kind of early, because it's like, yo, dog, you don't feel like an animal? Like, with this nigga coming in here just to see how you move, see what you eat, and see what you, just literally how they do the fucking animals, bro. And not to say we not animals, as far as humans, like, humans not too far from animals. My part was just like, the only thing that separated us from niggas in the wild was arrogance and audacity. Like, I said this when I was a kid, we used to watch Animal Planet together all the time. But it's like the Brandon Buckingham situation, I see people like, yo, that's a grown-ass man. He gave him consent. True. We're not saying what Brandon Buckingham did was illegal. We're not saying what he did was necessarily even wrong to do. But looking through it from a more mature lens, it's like, it's antagonistic. it incites people. It's not insightful, but it incites people. And you got Brandon in his own video holding up guns and shit. So it's like, yo, are you cosplaying? Are you like teasing us, bro? Like, instead of on some fan shit, are you like teasing us? Like, you around the hood, niggas in the slimes and shit. It's like, oh, what's going on here? Which made me kind of look at this shit a little different, like digging back into Brandon's background. It's kind of nasty to me. I felt like that was very nasty. The dual shit, a lot of the shit in there, I'm gonna keep it a being. Rest in peace, young boy. It was very nasty, very distasteful. Like he said, no matter who you are, it will disrespect you. Mr. Disrespectful, no matter who you are, it will disrespect you. Like, ain't no way to live life. I thought ARAD would teach us Philadelphians at least a lesson about telling on yourself on the internet, popping shit too crazy on the internet. Because somebody always watching. And now you see a young boy that was 16 was arrested for the murder of him. And he had 2 Johns, bro. I mean, he had 8 shootings. He shot 8 people in 5 days. He was on a rampage. These young boys think this shit is GTA. What do we do? What's the solution for this? I know he under 18, bro. These parents got to start getting, you might not have to eat a murder charge, but you got to eat something. Because you got to pay more attention to these young boys, bro. I know they be doing sneaky shit and all that, because I was one of them young boys, but like, sometimes you got to turn down that OT shift to get that wraparound program. That's what it is. Sometimes we got to go back to It Takes a Village. Instead of, you can't say shit to my son, that's not your kid. No, sometimes young boy fucking up, or I see young boy fucking up, I got to treat him like he my own. Not to say I'm going to punch him in the chest, but it's like, yo, young boy, come here. And he got to be trained to listen, because at a certain age, they don't give a fuck, man. But I'm going to get on out of here, episode 83. Tell me what y'all think about that, man. Was Brandon Buckingham wrong? Are y'all all for the exploiting of the culture? Was Act wrong because he can't say nothing? Or is he the best messenger to say it? I'm going to get out of here, episode 83, 5 Suit Theory. It's your boy Sabs. Peace.